Oh shit, hang on. I'll be right back. I have an update for you.
An update?
Yep. So I got the Disaster Artist book in.
Uh-huh.
And every time something fucking batshit insane is in it, I've written it down. So things that we don't know already. Apparently they went and ate. Greg and Tommy went and ate lunch at the Palm, which is like this uber fancy Hollywood restaurant. Tommy refused to let the valet park his car because he was afraid the valet might fart in his seat. Every restaurant he went to, he ordered a glass of hot water. Not like hot water with lemon, he just wanted hot water. And no waiter.
That is a telltale sign that he's European.
Is that a European thing?
Yes. We actually just got a I don't even know what you would call her. She's technically a customer's daughter that is employed with us for like 8 months or something like that.
Okay.
She's from Romania. And I literally just talked with one of our other HR girls because she was complaining that every time they go out for like a girls' night or whatever, the only thing she will order is hot water.
Oh, that's funny.
New Orleans, by the way.
No, New Orleans. When Tommy Wiseau would talk to somebody, he would do it slightly to the side, and he would offer his the left side of his face to that person, because he considered that to be his best angle.
Uh-huh.
He bullied the shit out of staff at the restaurants. Like that restaurant I mentioned, the Palm, is like it's an uber high class restaurant. Like not quite A-list celebrity, but B-list. And so it requires a reservation. Tommy just goes up to the waitress, and she's like, "Well, do you have a reservation?" He's like, "Yeah, no, I make reservation. Check under Ronald." Looks like, down the list. No, there's no Ronald. Maybe it's under Ralph. Nope, there's no reservation under Ralph. Maybe look under David. Oh yeah, there's one under David. That's definitely not you, but I don't get paid enough to deal with this bullshit.
I see.
Yeah, just like screamed at them, was just a total dickhead. He would tip like $5 on $100 bill. Like just a total asshole. And so part of Greg's job as Tommy Wiseau's friend is to essentially A, be his translator for the world, and B, apologize for him constantly.
I'm sure that's not exhausting at all.
There's a reason that Greg didn't really like Tommy very much. He owed Tommy a lot because Tommy allowed him to live in LA, but like didn't really like Tommy. Greg grew out his beard, and so while he headed out, Tommy looks over and goes, "Oh, I like your beard. It make you look like Spartacus from a movie." Greg had not seen the movie, and so just assumed Tommy was correct. He went back and watched it later on. Spartacus does not have a beard. Greg knew 100% that the room was shit because Tommy had shown it to him before, and he had told Tommy it was shit, but Tommy can't listen, so he just didn't change anything. He did not want the role of Mark. In fact, they already had somebody cast as Mark, but Tommy Wiseau was so dead set on Greg playing him. It's so even whenever Greg was like, Don is... Oh, actually, yeah. The guy's name was Dan, but Tommy Wiseau constantly called him Don, so Greg was like, whatever, Don, fine. It was like, Don's playing Mark. Well, like, I will take care of Don. What if you play Mark? I give you a bunch of money. So Greg did not say how much money Tommy gave him, but it was apparently a fuck ton of money to play Mark. And so he allowed himself to be convinced to take the role. Oh, and originally, Mark's role required him to show his bare ass during the sex scene.
No.
And so when Tommy was trying to convince him to take the role, he was like, "I make special allowance for you, okay? You can keep your pants on during sex scene." Oh, well, thank you, Tommy.
Oh, thanks.
You said that in the exact cadence of the an avocado. Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, so that's my update for now, anyway, on Tommy Wiseau being a weird ass fucking human being.
I see.
How would you feel if I told you there was a film tackling the idea of racism, prejudice, police brutality, corruption of law, and hippies?
That last one there was the redheaded stepchild thrown in there, but you know.
I mean, you think so, but actually they're all very closely related. Oh, sorry, also Indian Americans. Or Native Americans, I guess.
I'm interested.
So I have...
Is it like a documentary or something?
No. So I have mentioned this film to you before. Unfortunately, I haven't seen it in quite a few years. So hopefully it's not like something that just doesn't hold up at all. But this is actually my grandfather's favorite movie, and I love it partially because he introduced me to it, but also just it's a fun movie. You should have sound and everything. Let me know if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
There were probably no two people on this.
I believe this was made in the 70s.
Yeah. How much are the dog food companies paying for Mustang meat now?
6 cents a pound. Why?
Oh, nothing. I was just wondering if Barbara would think it was worth it.
Fucking parting shot. I'll be sure to let your daughter know you can't come pick her up because you're hunting Mustang. Just those lyrics, man. Go ahead and hate your neighbor, go ahead and hate a friend, do it in the name of heaven, you can justify it in the end. Like, it's a very upbeat song, but the lyrics are like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's a little funny, you can see the shots are shaky because it's like, I guess they had it on a helicopter or some guy running along.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have a drone. Just put it on a drone, forehead.
I was curious at the song meaning, so I just looked it up. One Tin Soldier is a song about a battle over a buried treasure in a fictional kingdom on a mountain. The neighboring valley people become envious of the treasure and invade the kingdom to claim it. The kingdom refuses to give it up, but instead offers to share it. The valley people kill everyone in the kingdom to get the treasure, but then discover that it's actually just a boulder with quote-unquote peace on earth written on it at the bottom. This implies that the invasion was absolutely pointless.
You know, that's actually quite fitting for this film. It's not a total one-to-one, but it's closer than it might be. Like I said, this was made in the 70s, so it's very much the idea of like peace on earth being a wonderful thing and all this kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
You're illegally on Indian land. Well, I'm sorry about that. I guess we just got caught up in the chase and crossed over without knowing it. You're a liar. We got the law here, Billy Jack. When policemen break the law, then there isn't any law. Just a fight for survival.
I think that quote, though, when policemen break the law, there is no law.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably in my top 10 movie quotes. Just fucking, it's good.
Yeah.
Billy Jack does not mince words.
I mean, when the people that are supposed to uphold the law don't give a shit, then does it really have any meaning?
Yeah, that's the thing, you know, the law applies to everybody or it applies to no one. Like,
Uh-huh.
that might have dislocated her jaw.
Probably did.
Can't imagine why your daughter's running around banging guys.
So do they expand on that any further, or is that the
On what specifically?
On what happened to her? Was she just sleeping around, or was she raped?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't remember they expand on that specifically. I think they kind of just leave it as she was running around with the I can't even remember what the group is called. One of those those hey, love is love, so let's fuck everybody kind of groups. But yeah, basically the implication is her dad is you know, a very loving dad who occasionally beats the shit out of her, so she ran off and joined that cult for a hot minute, came back pregnant with hepatitis, and is now being hidden out at the school.
I see.
The reason I'm here is because I'm knocked up.
That's great. Hey, well, let's just do one about her being pregnant. That's great.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Having been a theater kid myself, that might still apply.
What?
In the sense of like, hey, we're gonna improv a scene. I'm pregnant. Great, work that in. Work it in. Feel that energy.
We can work with that.
Man,
Jesus.
that shirt needs more shirt.
Jesus.
Those things were fucking a mile out before of her. She enters a room, it's 2 weeks before she gets there.
Brother.
I would say those had to have been implants, but I don't know if those existed back then.
I mean, they definitely couldn't have been commonplace, right? 1961,
Oh,
so they
wow.
were around.
Probably not commonplace, but
Yeah, this was 75, I believe. So, I can't imagine this low background extra had access. It made me think of fucking Madam Web, because they have Cindy Sweeney, who's known for like having big breasts, but they totally covered her up in that movie. And we're like, no, there's no breasts here. And this film is like,
nothing to see here.
meanwhile, this film was like, yeah, how about them?
Bazinga bazungas.
Film, does that have any relevance to what you're doing? Nah, but look at them yabos.
All right, extra. You're going to be carrying a plate and walking across the room. I'm like, okay. Do I say anything? No, you don't have to.
It was the first OnlyFans. She got paid for being on camera for 2 minutes. I don't know. There's something like charming to me because she's not a strong singer, but like I don't know. It's genuine. I'm gonna be honest, I did not remember this song at all. That's fucking
Well, that
dark.
was sad as fuck. Oh, it's not done. Okay.
Oh, you're not out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, fair enough. I think this child plays guitar better than I do. Okay, good. That one didn't take a harsh turn. I don't know, like, I think anything from the 50s through the 80s has like a very distinct style to it where you can do that, just go through town and like get a bunch of shots and it like sets stuff really well. I feel like we just don't have that in the same way anymore. Everything feels like uniform.
Yeah. I think a lot of it has to do with everybody's glued to their phone now.
Yeah.
So nobody's fucking paying attention. You know, they're all kind of doing their own thing.
I think part of it too for me is like building design has gotten either everything's a rectangle or it's fucking batshit insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like
I will agree with that. Everything is definitely uniform when it comes to that.
You get rectangles or you get the honeycombs from Russia or whatever the fuck that was in Secret Invasion. Like,
oh yeah,
like it's either boring or it's just why.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, they don't design stuff like the Chrysler Building or even like they would never erect the arch today, for example. Like,
I mean, even just this shot right here, ain't no bar nowadays that looks like that.
yeah, I know. Like, I don't know. It's just so distinctive.
Uh-huh.
Gotta fucking. This could probably go. that you could probably get rid of. I'll be honest. What is that?
This is what we do to loft cats around here.
I would love it so much if it was a fucking petrified loft cat with that same face. If I ever open up a bar, I'm doing that. It doesn't even have to be Star Wars themed. Just there's a loft cat in the corner. Everybody comes in, dude, what the fuck is up with your cat?
Could we have some ice cream, please?
Even just like, fuck, man, the way that it's expressed, it's so like, they leave you no doubt. Yeah, the store owner is racist, but he didn't stand there and go, oh, I can't stand all you Indians coming into my store. Like, that fucking grandstand. It's just.
Aren't you? Hey, hold it. Come on, you guys. Hey, there's no need for all this violence. You should...
Just when he said all this violence, I could just picture Dumbledore bursting in the door. Did you put your name in the coming in the fire? Also, this whole upcoming sequence is just, I love it.
There now. Everybody is white.
Look who just hit double digits on the fuck around scale.
When Jean and the kids at the school tell me that I'm supposed to control my violent temper and be passive and nonviolent like they are, I try. I really try. I just go this.
I think dinosaurs extinct now.
It wasn't the comet that killed the dinosaurs, it was Billy Jack. I just love that whole fucking speech, man. It's so great. Like, I genuinely can't think of another speech that has covered anger on behalf of somebody else so well.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the instant, you know, gentleness with the child. Like, ugh.
Well, I don't think there's, in my own opinion, I don't think there's anything more nefarious in this world than stripping a child of its innocence.
Oh, I completely agree. Like, that's genuinely, like, it's so non-debatable, I think.
Hmm.
Because, like, children literally, you know, not that they're not selfish and stuff at that age, of course they are, but they're totally innocent in terms of, you know, their understanding of the world.
Mm-hmm.
These movies have a big thing. When the boots come off, it's equivalent to the hand, the wiping your hands with the rag. DJ's neighbor. It's that. It's the, all right, I'm about to really whoop some ass, and it's fucking amazing each time.
You're outnumbered. Yes, but you are clearly outmatched.
Such a great fucking Iroh quote. I used that one in the video too. The dinosaur's still laying there.
Oh, okay. You've shown me a YouTube clip of this scene.
Yeah, I love it, man. It's fucking great. Like I said, this whole sequence is just... It probably will go down to my top 10. Like, yeah, the music's not great, but fuck, just the setup is amazing.
Really think those Green Beret karate tricks gonna help you against all these boys? Well, it doesn't look to me like I really have any choice, now does it?
That response is pure my grandfather in his heyday.
I'm gonna take this right foot, and I'm gonna whop you on that side of your face.
He told you what he was gonna do, son. I've also seen a lot of like people that really know Hapkido and Green Beret, you know, like understanding of martial arts, praise the fighting in this, so it's actually pretty good. Or at least his form is really good, I should say. Only took you and a dozen of your friends to get him.
Big man poser took his rifle, defending mom.
Saying shit when he's right there. How's that search going, boys? What, the hippies don't want to listen to the fuzz? I don't believe it.
But they're proving to us that most of the things we fear about them are true.
Oh man, this council sucks.
I mean, she said it.
Car coming out of the intersection. Come on, man, straighten up and act normal.
Fuck is normal.
You sure look weird when you're acting normal.
I mean, she's a better actress than anyone in the room.
You hypocrite. Now you watch your language, young man. You told me. Never mind what I told you. I'm telling you.
Yo, hypocrite.
So a couple of things about this scene. I was curious about it, so I looked it up. Apparently, this is actually a real ceremony that this tribe would do. It's like actually been praised for trying to be, you know, respectful and accurate to it all. Also, they can't really, or at least they couldn't at the time. They had a rattlesnake in this scene. But also, since this is the 70s, things aren't exactly safe. So for the long shot, he kind of just dances out of what he hopes is the range of the rattlesnake. And then there's a close-up shot where they've milked it. But you also can't milk all the venom out of a rattlesnake. So they just told him, you know, don't let it break your skin.
Oh, nice.
Billy has taken a secret herb medicine and been
Seems safe.
Seems safe.
That's a big ass rattlesnake, by the way.
Yeah, that's a pretty fucking big one. Just trying to imagine this in real life. Alright, go get bit by the rattlesnake, you know, 5 times and don't die.
Oh, okay, I'll just do that.
Want me to sprout wings out of my ass while I'm at it?
If you could, please, yes. Maybe Billy is a vampire.
I'm going to be robbing you in just a second, so hold on. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. You've got
I'm gonna rob you in just a second, so you hold on.
Keep it down. Hey, freeze while I've got a gun pointed at his head. I could freeze his brains out.
I could have froze his brains all over the street, man.
Those kids are my friends. What kind of a person do you think I am?
They don't judge me for my 2-mile boobs. Now he's gonna kill me and I have a boner.
Get out of the car and let's teach you a lesson that your daddy should have taught you a long time ago.
Billy, you can't do it. If you hurt Bernard, they're going to close down the school and ruin everything we've tried to build.
What do you suggest?
I know what I said.
Teach him a lesson but without really hurting.
Or take the knife.
Bernard, I wish you would.
You were scared, so you drove a $6,000 automobile into the lake?
Fuck, $6,000.
And they're acting like that's a lot.
Oh, that hurts. It physically hurts.
I wish I could buy a car like that now for $6,000.
I wish I'd buy half that car for $6,000. I get it, it's like there's a psychopathic mindset to it. But just in terms of so many things, I can't understand the mindset. I'm gonna go out into the woods, rape a woman while my best friend watches. That's a good use of my day. The fuck? I'm so glad this film is done dealing with all the heavy stuff now. Thank goodness.
Right.
A lot of good I could have done.
Sure could have. You could have gone inside and comforted that girl instead of sitting out here on the porch whining and feeling so sorry for yourself.
It's like such a seemingly small thing, but I actually love that. And like, I mean, we've talked about it a bit before, not to obviously belittle men's mental, struggles. But in the terms of like providing and caring for people, that's something that like it provides purpose, and I think purpose is the thing like most men want to have. Yeah, and just that idea of when you're caring about somebody else, your own like issues are so secondary to that. Like it's actually one of the number one things that drill sergeants in the army talk about, because obviously they go through everything that the recruits do. They're sore and tired at the end of it too, but they don't have time to think about themselves because they're so busy making sure everyone on their team, is okay and everything. And most of them say that's the reason that they're not bothered by it.
She's pretty damn good.
Yeah, there's something to like the older style of that country singing where it's literally just you and the guitar. You have to kind of be good because there's no way to cover it. Like. A slight incline, the Corvette's natural enemy. I think it's intentional. That had to be one of the worst ways of sniping I think I've ever seen. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, they set it up so that he's not, like, very good shot or anything, but he's sniping, like, through the wrong eye.
Boy, he is, isn't he?
I'm itching to kill somebody, so it might just as well be you. Pull the trigger.
That line is fucking cold. I'm itching to kill somebody. I'd just as soon it be you. I'm not picky. Oh yeah, I did remember this scene.
13.
Oh.
Yeah.
Search warrant federal. Search warrant.
He actually just shooting?
Yep.
Well, he really just doesn't give a shit about that 38 special in his gut, does he?
I mean, it's only one bullet. How bad can it be?
This is Bullet. I am man. I'm much bigger than Bullet.
Need like 50 bullets to equal one of me. Besides, I already had like 7 holes. This is just 8, not a big deal.
Only the white man wants everything put in writing. And only then so he can use it against you in court. You know, among the Indians, a promise is good enough. As far as I can tell, Washington entered into 3,500 treaties with the Indians to date. And they've broken about 3,499 of them.
It reminds me of one of the very, very few good lines in the later GOT seasons where Jon Snow says, when enough people make false promises, words stop meaning anything, and then there are no more answers, only better and better lies.
Yep. Yeah, this movie really does have quite a few good quotes. Like, it sums up a lot of shit. This thing, I don't know a lot about, because this guy was the writer, main actor. I know he was very sensitive to the plight of the Indians. I'm not sure if he was at all Indian heritage himself, but yeah, I mean, that does sum it up.
Yeah.
I've never hated so much in my life. When I think of that, I dismember and I mangled. And I castrate Bernard over and over and over in my mind. At least 1,000,000 times a day. The bad part is, even though he's dead, I couldn't tell you. You can get your hate out. I had to keep mine in. And I knew that their lives and their needs were more important than any hate I had. Maybe if I had told you, Martin might be alive now. I don't know.
Just like, we get that whole fucking monologue there. And today we have the MCU.
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, what the fuck happened?
Some lawyer from the East called. He wants to defend you free.
I mean, you mentioned it earlier when we were watching fucking Avatar. The value of silence is fucking lost in film today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the past 30 minutes, Billy said like fucking 5 words.
He doesn't need to.
Doesn't need to. Not a fucking word needed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
That was a damn good movie.
I really liked it. So some things that are a little wonky, but honestly, like, just a good premise, good writing.
Uh-huh.
I was distraught.
What do you want?
I think it's a